covers 70% of the Earth's surface. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen molecule. Something so abundant, yet it always seems to be causing issues. Water is such a basic human need, and people seem to take this for granted, until something goes wrong, and that need is not easily met. The most recent issue, not concerning the drought here in California, is occurring across the country in Flint, Michigan, and it is even more severe. Could you imagine waking up in the morning, going to brush your teeth, but when you turn on the faucet, brown water comes out? That's pretty nasty. According to CNN and other major news networks, this water contamination issue began back in 2014 when the city decided to cut costs and use the Flint River as their main water source. Flint was previously drawing water from the Detroit Water District, but the cost became too much, especially because 40% of the citizens live below the poverty line. Because of the lack of proper water treatment, the lead from the pipes began to contaminate the water for the entire city, and this began a domino effect for many problems to come. I'm sure all of you know how harmful lead can be. According to medical executive Eden Wells, lead is an irreversible neurotoxin, which means that once it enters a person's nervous system, it is there for good, and it is destructive to the body's nerve tissues. No levels of lead are safe for the body. This is especially dangerous for the young children, approximately 8,000 of them, who drink the contaminated water in Flint, Michigan. Many children have been rushed to the emergency room to be treated for anything from severe rashes to fevers, sore throats, and even hair loss. More long-term effects and severe injuries include possible brain damage and delays in development. This may last for multiple years or even permanently. Even though this crisis has occurred since April of 2014, it was not until January 5th of this year when the Flint water issue was declared a national crisis by Governor Schneider. The National Guard even intervened a week later to bring clean water and filters to the residents. President Obama declared a federal state of emergency shortly after on January 16th. This means that Flint will receive $5 million in aid for the people. Even though this has been able to help them for the time being, it is only a temporary fix. People will still face major health issues. Thousands of plastic bottles will go to the landfill, and even more money will be spent in attempts to permanently fix this crisis. It is clear that when a basic human need is not met, huge consequences will result. The health and economic consequences have exponentially become larger and larger. So the next time we think about the hardships that Californians must face because of the current drought, like not watering our lawn on a daily basis or cutting our shower by a few minutes, we should all take a step back and realize that our water issue could be far worse like it is in Flint.